Looking Skywards it's like a Cold War tragic comedy, basically. It's set in a small fictional Eastern European microstate in like the year 1950. The idea is that this small, tiny little microstate is the size of a village, and it has this large manor that's only really large in its relation to the village. Therein lives this tiny little duke, and he's just a nobleman that at the time of Drobnosky becoming a state was the only man of significant influence. So logically he became the ruler, the duke of this new state, essentially. And at the time of the play itself, he's died, and it's actually his son that is now in control of Drobnosky. He wants to send Drobnosky into space. Drobnosky itself doesn't have the resources nor the intellectual manpower to do so. So he's had to join people from across Europe. And he assembles this team, which is the Regent's Skyward Travel Department, that is comprised of Collins, who's this British scientist who is actually quite accomplished in the war, but is this timid, small-spoken man. And then there's Bernard, who's he's this French character who he's very much words before action. He speaks in this colourful text, but he never really does much throughout the course of the play. And there's Frau, who's this quite powerful, solemn German woman who she doesn't even go by her name because she thinks it's irrelevant. She loves the science, and that's basically what drives her. She's the one that is in there essentially for the love of the science she does. But even she's like an engineer, so you have an accomplished scientist, a scientist who's not that good, and this engineer trying to build a rocket into space. The play itself takes place at the latter half of this project, almost at the final peak, where
three of them from here and there.
I mean, the play itself starts actually with the bump at the end, where it's like, oh, well, actually, maybe we can't do this, but then suddenly they're thrust into the sense of, well, we have no choice but to build this rocket. And like I said, it's a tragic comedy because it's an impossible aspiration. Like Christoph's blind hope that he will send his country into space.
It's been really good working with the actors because they seem to be bringing a lot to the roles. I know there is this attitude sometimes that the kind of David Mamet attitude that the director pretty much just tells the actors where to stand, goes for a cigarette and a coffee, and then leaves them to actually work out the lines. But I think it has been, for a lot of the case actually, even without me and Joe, these actors could have probably pulled this off, even without us being there. But I hope that we've helped them as much as I feel like they've helped us to get this going. Excited actually to see it. It's really good to actually feel like I'm excited about seeing something that I'm involved in.
Completion of their craft after a successful meeting with the region's appointed supplier of materials to the department.
What initially appears to be this comedy play is this idea that, well, what they're doing is going to fail. Like these characters have this enthusiasm, this great belief that, oh well, maybe we can do it. Actually, maybe we can, and that's sort of looking skywards, I guess.